Thanks, Premier. And I just want to also reiterate and say thank you to all those people right across New South Wales that have come forward and been vaccinated. To have 70% target reached yesterday was an incredible milestone here for this state. But also I want to thank all the teams from New South Wales Health, because in regional areas there has been some real challenges making sure that people have been vaccinated. Some of those communities are widespread. We've had pop-up clinics to ensure that regional and rural areas have got those rates and those numbers up. The Premier is right. This is a roadmap that is for everyone. This is about opening up New South Wales in a safe way. This is about getting kids back to school, opening up doors of businesses again, getting people back to work. And what we want to see is businesses buzzing once again. Now today, we're also announcing that regional workers will be able to return to work if they've had one dose of vaccination, and they'll be given a grace period until the 1st of November to receive their second. Now this has been done because in some areas it was difficult to be able to get vaccines into those areas. And what we are doing is giving a grace period to allow those businesses to be able to open their doors from Monday. This will include regional areas outside of Blue Mountains area, Central Coast, Shellharbour and Wollongong. This is important because what we are focused on is keeping our communities safe, but also opening up New South Wales.
Thanks, Deputy Premier. Well, good morning, everybody. Look, for me as Education Minister, I just cannot wait until that day when we have all our students back in the classroom across New South Wales. As I've said many times, we know that the best learning environment for our children is in the classroom with their teachers and with their friends. And certainly for parents right across the state, as a parent myself, I know how hard it is when your children are learning from home. So we've always wanted to do whatever we could to have our students back. The fact that we will now have all our students back in the classroom by the 25th of October, which in fact was our original return to school date when we put our plan forward, is testament to the community and the incredible job that they've done to get vaccinated. It's exciting to know that students will be back soon, hearing from their teachers, learning in those great environments. I'm really pleased that we're still taking the staggered approach, starting with our kindergarten and Year 1 and Year 12 students from the 18th. It's important that they have that time to really reintroduce themselves to school, particularly for our littlest learners. We know that they're often the hardest children to help learn from home because they are young and they need that constant support and supervision from their families. But we also know for our 5 and 6 year olds, for many of them it will be like starting school again. They haven't had a year that hasn't been disrupted by COVID, so it's important that they're our first cohort coming back. But very excited that the rest of our school groups will begin also on the 25th. It's all part of our plan to make sure we've got a safe and sensible return to school. Vaccination for our teachers is mandatory, as you all know. We've got COVID-safe measures in place. We have audits for our natural ventilation to ensure that our classrooms are safe. I'm really pleased with our teacher vaccinations. Again, as many of you know, we've been capturing that data. As of 10 p.m. last night, I can tell you that 45,000 teachers have told us that they are fully vaccinated and ready to return to work. Those numbers will grow in the coming days as that data is collated.